Imagine facing like the most toxic, stressful day of your life.
Oh, we've all had those.
Right. Your inbox is an absolute disaster. Your coworkers are pointing fingers, and you're just endlessly doom scrolling bad news.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
But what if, instead of your heart racing or, bracing for impact, you feel absolutely nothing but a bulletproof sense of peace? Like no defensive walls, just complete fearlessness.
That sounds almost impossible.
It really does. But today's deep dive explores a 16th century spiritual text by Guru Arjan Dev Ji, and it offers a roadmap for achieving exactly that.
Right, this is a Shabad from Dhanaasaree. And it's a fascinating text because it doesn't just offer temporary comfort, it provides a structural guide.
A structural guide for completely transforming how you experience distress, right?
Yeah.
Basically moving you from active suffering into this absolute sanctuary of peace.
Exactly. And it starts with a very specific, almost radical concept.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because the text claims this entire transformation starts with raam falling in love with the divine. And I'll admit, I'm a bit skeptical here.
That's completely fair.
I mean, usually we think of love as this passive emotion. So if I'm dealing with a highly toxic work environment, how does falling in love actually protect me in that moment?
Well, it's...
Without me just becoming a total pushover, I mean.
Right, right. That is the critical distinction, because this kind of divine love isn't just a fleeting romantic feeling. It's a profound active alignment.
Active alignment, okay.
Yeah, think of it like a heavy anchor in a storm. By fully immersing yourself in this connection, you fundamentally shift your baseline reality. It acts as the engine driving every other psychological and spiritual change we see in the text.
So if you are completely anchored by that connection, it makes sense that your internal anxieties would start to lose their grip.
Exactly. They just dissolve.
And the text actually describes the true guru as a constant support, or sahaiee, who has torn down the banner of pain.
It's such a powerful image, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, think about it like capturing an enemy's flag on a battlefield. Once that flag falls, it represents the definitive end of pain's reign over your mind. The war is basically won.
What's fascinating here is the permanence implied. Like you said, the war is won.
Right.
The spiritual connection isn't a temporary Band-Aid that you just slap on when you're already stressed out.
Yeah, it's not a quick breathing exercise.
No, by tearing down that banner, the connection uproots the very foundation of your distress. It permanently strips pain of its authority over your mind.
I can definitely see how that works internally, but let me push back a little on the external reality.
Sure, go ahead.
Because life isn't just an inside job, We still face real external attacks.
Oh, absolutely. Slander, toxicity, outside stressors.
Exactly. And here's where it gets really interesting. The text uses incredibly physical, almost human metaphors to describe divine protection against those outside forces.
Yes, the tactile imagery is very striking.
Right. It talks about receiving a hand to hold, being pulled into a tight embrace, and the divine literally blackening the faces of slanderers. Why use such tactile imagery for an abstract spiritual concept?
Well, because when you are deeply overwhelmed, abstract concepts are practically useless.
That is so true.
Right. You don't need a grand philosophy during a crisis. You need a lifeline. You need a hand.
You just need someone to grab you.
Exactly. The text uses these metaphors to make the concept of spiritual sanctuary deeply tangible for you.
To make it feel real in the moment.
Yes. And it illustrates a dual mechanism. The divine presence actively neutralizes that external toxicity, those critics and slanderers, while simultaneously wrapping you in an intimate embrace.
An embrace that just completely isolates you from the chaos.
Precisely. And this all culminates in the text's ultimate destination, which is utter fearlessness, or nirvana.
Fearlessness, wow.
Yeah. By singing these praises and immersing in this love, the text tells us a person achieves a state of eternal peace.
So you face your modern anxieties, not with, endless defensive strategies, but from a baseline of absolute unshakable sanctuary.
Exactly. You're protected from the inside out.
Which completely flips the script on how we find safety. And I think that leaves us with a final thought for you to ponder today.
I love this part.
If ultimate fearlessness is achieved, not by building massive defensive walls around ourselves, but instead through the radical vulnerability of yielding to this kind of divine love, how might that change the way you protect yourself today?